Plus, really, really expensive fungus. It doesn't look all that appetizing and all that dirt, but white truffles are highly prized as a gourmet item. We'll get a taste of its worth later on the show.
Welcome back to the program. Now, it's been called the diamond of the kitchen, and certainly the white truffle is worth its weight in diamonds.
That's right. White truffles sell for up to $5,000 per kilogram, and the record price paid for one was by an Asian tycoon who paid, get this, $330,000 for a 1.5 kilogram specimen, one of the largest found in decades.
Truffle mania. So at those prices, aren't they just too good to eat? Our producer Joanne Liao spoke to Chef Luca of Bonta Italian Restaurant and Bar, who has been cooking up a storm this white truffle season.
White truffle, you see, they are coming from the north of Italy, and the reason because they are so expensive is very unique, and it's a kind of truffle which is being found underneath the ground. So as a human being, we cannot identify what the truffle is.
Yeah.
And the aroma and the flavor is very unique. This particular truffle, they are very seasonal. Usually the season starts between September and November, and it's something that we cannot control.
Yeah.
Such as some seasons are very good.
Yeah.
We have a lot of truffle,
and
the price is very reasonable. And some season there is not enough truffle, so the price is very expensive.
So for this season, how much has the price gone up to?
It started very low. It started from 3,000 euro per kilo, and it reached a maximum of 5,000 euro.
So 5,000 euro, that's like almost $7,000 a kilo.
More or less,
almost.
Yes.
Wow, that's worth its weight in diamonds in a way.
Correct.
And you're saying that you can't cultivate them, you can't grow them. So you just have to find them by chance? I mean,
the person which is going to try to cultivate is going to become a big millionaire, because this is very, I mean, it's something that it cannot be cultivated. It's impossible.
Yeah.
This is only coming from the nature, and nobody actually will be able to cultivate them so far.
So do you think, how are they found? I've heard that you can use dogs and pigs, and so what's the difference?
There is two ways. On the old days, they tried to use pig, but the pig is not responding to the command of the truffle hunter. So what they're doing is they're using dogs. You know, they can be trained, and they can respond to the command of the owner. So what they're doing, they go in certain area where the truffle founder knows where the truffle are. The dog goes out, sniff here and there,
and he finds the truffle.
And he found the truffle, and he's been trained to find the truffle. Call the owner comes with his special tools, and he dig on the ground and
they'll take the truffle out. Whereas I heard that pigs will actually eat the truffle when they find it.
The pig is so tough to control. Then when he finds truffle, he eats truffle.
Yeah, and there we go, 5,000 euros.
Correct. And then when you try to take away truffle, he bites you.
Oh, okay.
And he's a big pig, you know. I mean, so
although they're naturally inclined to look for them, they don't have to be trained, but you can't control them.
And the pig, they cannot be trained, so that is the main problem. Yeah.
So when was the first time you had your first white truffle, and what was the experience like?
Okay, when I first tried my first white truffle, I was 17 years old when I was working in Milan in this very famous restaurant. And the first time I smelled the truffle, actually one of my famous mentor and chef asked me to go to the chiller and bring the truffle for his guest. I opened the box. I really smelled this very strong, pungy, nutty, with this little touch of gas aroma which came from the box. And then my chef, he shaved the truffle, and then he made me try a bit.
Yeah.
So when I tried, it was something you cannot really describe the flavor, because it's very unique and it's very unusual flavor. You know, it's something that it tastes like mushroom, but it's not mushroom. It's a bit nutty, but I mean, the perfect way to describe is you come and you try white truffle.
Because I mean, right here now we're sitting and we're surrounded by truffles on the table.
Correct.
And I mean, there's this smell that you can't quite describe. It smells like the earth, but sort of mushroomy. And then do you taste it? And let's just talk about a bit about the dishes we have here. Are these the best ways to have truffle with?
Yes, this is our top selling at the Bonta restaurant. Over there we have a nice boiled green asparagus served with fried egg, a Parmesan cheese, herb oil, and a shaving of white truffle. And And when you break the egg and you mix with the asparagus, with the parmesan cheese and the truffle, the combination is fantastic.
Yeah,
It's
and
really,
I'm going to have to try some because
please,
you're describing it so
this
well
just,
that I'm going to have to eat a little bit.
It's one of those
so it's the
small
combination of the egg and
when you break
the yolk.
the egg,
Okay.
correct, and you mix with the cheese.
It's really nice, and I can imagine the egg was warm.
Correct.
Because right now I know you prepared this earlier first,
Yeah.
but and the texture of the truffle is really unusual as well because it's kind of chewy.
Chewy.
But
the aroma is very unique. To me, this is like don't know. This is something coming from heaven, and has been given to us to enjoy and to taste.
So is it best to use simple foods and like eggs
dish,
or
egg,
pasta?
fried eggs, scrambled eggs. You can do a nice angela pasta. You can do a nice risotto. But all those dishes, in order to get the best aroma out of it, has to be made simple.
Yeah.
Simple is always the best. I always tell to my guests, don't go crazy. Simplicity.
And what kind of wine you usually like? Usually white wines, or Italian wines to pair
You
with
see,
truffle?
if you eat with asparagus or with the pasta, I suggest a nice Sauvignon Blanc or a nice Pinot Grigio. If you eat your truffle with the meat, of course, we need to go into different directions, such a nice Toscan wine or a nice Brunello di Montalcino or a nice Barolo. So this is
a nice Barolo.
Yeah.
So it really depends on what you're accompanying. You
Correct.
can also have truffles with meat. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, and I mean, I know they're incredibly expensive. I mean, 5,000 euros. I mean, do you think that the economic downturn will affect demand for it?
You see, for this kind of food luxury, if you can call it, there is this big food connoisseur, and no matter how economy go up and down, they are still after this fantastic food, because it's very unique and only comes once a year.
Yeah.
So maybe if in the past they were having 5 times per season, maybe this time they only have 3 or 4 times. But how can you stay away from such a good dish? It's very.
Yes, I know. Now that I've eaten it.
irresistible.
Just before we go, I mean, what other kinds of truffles are there? We know there are also black truffles.
There is also black truffle.
What's the difference?
There is French truffle and there is Italian black truffle. You see, the difference is the aroma. Is the intensity of the flavor. The black truffle, as soon as it's been picked, you consume, is very nice. But if you keep it in your chiller for 3-4 days, it looks good.
Yeah, but it loses.
But it doesn't taste as good as the white.
But the white truffle you were saying you have to keep it stored closed from air.
First you have to brush off all the soil. Then you wrap it in this paper tissue, and then you put it in this container, sealed off. You put it in the chiller, and every day we need to keep changing the paper tissue, which is to absorb all the humidity of the truffle. And by doing that, you can keep it for 3-4 days.
Okay. One last question: what is your absolutely favorite truffle dish?
My ultimate truffle dish is the angela pasta with white truffle.
With white truffle.
I mean, Italian, we love our pasta, so we cannot stay away. Especially our pasta is actually homemade, and it's made with egg noodles.
Homemade Italian pasta with truffles.
This is fantastic. It's a lifetime experience.
And that was Chef Luca from Vonta Italian Restaurant and Bar, giving us a better understanding of white truffle. And you can tell from the way he talks about it,
he's passionate about
the
truffle.
love that oozes out. I love truffles with mushroom soup. That is absolutely
there you go.
That's
there you go. So the
favorite.
simple stuff. He'd cry foul if I told him I want to put it in my carrot cake.
Truffles with carrot cake?
I mean, if you like the carrot cake, then you have the truffles.
I guess
So it's
so.
what you like and what you like even more. Then you have 2 likes makes double likes. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. On that note, we're going to wrap up Primetime Morning for this Thursday, but you want to join us tomorrow. We've got a jam-packed show. We're going to talk to some analysts about how the whole current business climate is going. Of course, not such great news there.
Yeah, about job climate as well. And also, we've got Let's Talk, the series, where we bring you the latest cars and motorbikes.
So you want to catch us tomorrow bright and early. Have yourself a good day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.